Welcome everybody to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. If you love God and love people and love real estate, you're in the right place. My name is Mr. Derrick.
And I'm Shay Forston.
And we're going to be with you guys for a little bit tonight. We want to make sure that you guys understand who we are, what we do, but most importantly, how can you get involved in this thing that we're calling independent living facilities? Some of y'all have heard of that phrase called co-living, shared living, right? Communal living. We just were smart enough, right, to just trademark what we thought was the model that we would forever teach, and that's called independent living facilities. And very simple, guys. It's just an environment where adults are able to live and thrive without the need for staff and or medical oversight. So if you're on my TikTok channel right now, you see those beds, right? And it, depending on what angle you're at, you also see a seating area with some green chairs. Now, if you're on YouTube, you just see me and Shay Pretty's face. But if you're on TikTok, I appreciate you guys being there. All my folks on Clubhouse, all the other forums that you guys are on. But I'll admit, we really would love if you would come to the YouTube channel. And that's at Forston Consultants. I'll mention that a couple of times tonight. That's Forston Consultants. And I'm super excited, Shay, because as you know, our next live event is in Jacksonville, Florida. So if you love God, love people, and love real estate, and you want to know how to put it all together, and without you having to be a pastor or a bishop, right? This is it. So we show you how to take over your city when it comes to affordable housing. I do it from the for-profit standpoint, and I want my wife to tell you guys who she is, what she does, and we also want to answer some questions tonight. And I'll admit, I want to talk a lot about this event. So if you guys got questions about the event, because one thing about Shay and I, right, we coach this all year long, all day long. But when we have an event, we usually kind of cater that to around that event. So again, November the 1st, Jacksonville, Florida, you guys got next. And if you text the word city, CITY, to the phone number that's scrolling below on the YouTube channel, you guys are going to be able to get all the information about that event. And boy, if you missed that South Carolina event, shame on you, but you got a second chance, and that's in Jacksonville. Shay, bless the people, tell them who you are, what you do.
So again, I'm Shay Forston, president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, 501c3 nonprofit organization that utilizes the ILF model, which is the independent living facility model, to house women that have been through domestic violence, that have been through human sex trafficking. They've been through a heap of different situations and scenarios. A lot. I mean, a whole heap.
I like it when you say that.
A heap of situations. And, you know, we get to utilize the independent living facility model as a program inside of our nonprofit. And I love that, because it's not only saying that our nonprofit does one thing, right? We're not just, you know, we're meeting community needs in a variety, in a plethora of different ways. And housing is one, right? We do toiletry totes, which is little care packages for the homeless. Then we also have our hygiene kits for the schools. So for young ladies, as you know, they become young women, they have access to those things while they're in school and not having to go nowhere. And there's just other different things, like our Thanksgiving meal campaign that's coming up. We've got a whole bunch of different things that we do on an ongoing basis. But the housing portion of it, the ILF, helps to fund a lot of the other things that we do. Because it is a consistent income based on the rents that are paid through the ILF residents. So it's pretty cool to see how, you know, you can add something so unique as the ILF model into a nonprofit organization and have a steady source of income. That looks so good on your paperwork. It looks amazing when I file my 990s that annually there is some form of funding that comes into my nonprofit that is not grant funding, right? Although I do get grant funding, I do have donors and I get donations and I get all sorts of sponsorships and stuff like that. But it is so important to be able to have something that is your base in regards to an income stream or a stream of income in your nonprofit. And that's what we do, the ILF model. So that's a little bit about me. I see a lot of people joining us from the YouTube channel. So I want to say hey and give a shout out to Miss Mary, who said good evening. Good evening to you, my love. Rosemary Bowers says, good evening, Derrick. Terrace Jeffries, one of our family members, says, good evening. He says
good
he's here.
Good evening, everybody.
Jermaine Mills. Jermaine, I want you to put in the chat what is going on. Give us an update in the chat, because we've been watching you in the ILF
We see you,
Academy.
Jermaine.
So
we see you, boy. So we see you, big bro.
Give us some updates. Let us know what's going on. We would love, love, love to know more about what is happening with you and what's happening, with the ILF journey. Jermaine is someone that purchased the DIY and then also came to the South Carolina event, him and his amazing wife. We got to meet them in person, and we've seen Jermaine step out on faith. For real.
He called it out, first of all.
Speaking it. He's been prophesying over this whole situation. And it's been amazing to watch from the background. So tell us what's going on, Jermaine. Let us know in the chat. We'll love to talk about it.
And also, man, all of my TikTok people that can only see this one standardized picture, make sure y'all join us on YouTube. So I'm going to say this really slowly. All my TikTok people, thank y'all for being here, but come to YouTube where everybody is. And when you do come over, let me know. Say, Derrick, I just came from the TikTok channel. And that's at Forston Consultants. Yep. That's Forston. I also just put it in the chat. But if you're going to stay on TikTok, double tap that screen.
Send us some love.
Send us some love, man. And let us know that you're here, because it's all about Jacksonville, Florida, this next event. And that's what I want to talk about for 2 seconds about Jermaine. Guys, Jermaine came to South Carolina and soaked up a bunch of that information. Asked a lot of questions.
Was able to get information.
Super interactive.
He was able to add the in-person to the DIY and take off running. And that's what I love about Jermaine. So I'm waiting for him to put more information in the chat.
Good stuff.
He also said, if it's anything like South Carolina, I want to be there.
Man, Jermaine, you are more than welcome to come. We'll be glad to have you, because we'll be able to also highlight you to show people that, again, see, Shay and I love this thing called POC, y'all.
Proof of concept.
One thing about people, if y'all see me and Shay doing it, y'all gonna say, man, Derrick, that's easy for you, bro, because that's you and Shay. Like, you've been doing it for a long time. But what about the people I can show you that found me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or at these events? And what's cool about Jermaine, he didn't even get the one-on-one coaching.
No.
He got the DIY, which tells me he knows how to move at the speed of instruction.
He knows how to take instruction.
Some people say, Derrick, I want you to hold my hand, bro. Jermaine say, Derrick, give me that DIY, bro, and I got it. But what was cool, he connected the DIY.
Yeah.
He's always live with us.
Yep.
Follow this, guys. He came to the event,
Derrick,
drove hours. Come on, guys.
Super active in the ILF
Like, these
Academy.
are the people that are successful, Shay.
He's super active in the ILF Academy.
Super.
He's super active here on our YouTube channel. Anytime he gets access, and that's what I love about Jermaine. He is the epitome of a DIY client that can take information, move at the speed of instruction, take off running.
Now, everybody can't do that, Shay.
And he uses the platforms that we give them for our availability, right? The ILF Academy, which is our free ILF Facebook group. You can text the word join to the phone number streaming below the screen so that you can get the link. Fill out your information as well. And then they'll send you a text message with the link for the ILF Academy. But super excited for Jermaine. Super, 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 super excited.
But if that's not your cup of tea, we also got one-on-one coaching. Mm-hmm. Because just like I just said, everybody's not built for the DIY.
Right.
I'm kind of not built for that. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead. So when I buy coaching from people and all the things I want to learn, I get the one-on-one, because I want to be able to call that person. I want to be able to have some sessions. But what's so cool about, like Shay again, she just said it, our one-on-one, guys, is the same as the DIY. The only difference is you just don't get me.
Right.
But the back end, the systems, the software, the website build out, the AI bots, the business phone line, the virtual assistant, God, you get all of that.
I know people probably ask us, why do we do that? Right? Why would you give us all of this inside of the coaching? Because one, we want you to be set apart, right? We're not out here just doing anything. We're not out here doing the most. We are running for real businesses.
Yeah, it's not a hobby.
By you having everything that you
not a
need,
side hustle.
right? A website, business phone number, all of these, a CRM system, right? Having ability to do things like automations,
right.
AI bots, chat bots, access to a whole bunch of different forms and email campaigns. This sets you apart. It makes you start operating for the growth of your business. We don't want you to seem like you're just winging this thing. You are a full-fledged business owner, and we're going to package everything within our coaching so that you can have access to those things that are most important to you and most important to your business. We know what it looks like when banks want to know if you have a website.
Absolutely.
If lenders, when lenders want to know, hey, do you have a business phone number? There's different things that you cannot gain access to without those key features surrounding your business.
Some of these people doing it willy-nilly, guys, and we don't do that. If you want a for real business that the community respects and God is in love with, you found your next big brother, and that's me. They call me Mr. ILF. So first of all, thank you to all the people that just joined us over from the TikTok. We're live on YouTube. So my TikTok people, y'all can stay there, but I would love if y'all come over to the YouTube channel at Forston Consultants, because what I'm getting ready to do now, I'm getting ready to give a brief intro of what this is. A lot of you guys are new to us. So right now, put in the chat the word new. If you're like really new to us or you just discovered us, text the word new in the chat. And trust me, boy, I would love if people were like DigiT and they come from TikTok to YouTube, because this is where you're going to see all the interactions and pictures and slideshows and all of that. Shay and I are going to be here for about 30 minutes, and then I got to take Shay to get something to eat, because I worked her really hard today on another business that we run because of what this business is.
Yeah, and I want to share a little bit about that.
Right, and we'll brief that.
Yeah,
so this may go longer than 30, but I thought I only had to have 30.
We're going to go 30, but we're just going to talk about how we intertwine the two into what we are talking about.
Yeah, come on. Shay said, let me come on over to YouTube. See, you good people because my wife named Shay. So Shay, you good already because my wife is Shay. So you good. Can everybody else do like Shay and get off of TikTok and come over to YouTube? Now stay if you can, because I like that too, but come over to YouTube, because what I'm getting ready to talk about right now, guys, I used to be a social worker, barely making ends meet. Y'all know everybody got a story, and I got one too. Y'all, I was making 28 grand a year, begging God to change my life just like most of y'all. And God messed around and answered my prayer, and he showed me a lady that was making $41,000 a month housing people. But y'all, you know what the difference is? She was housing people in rats and roaches.
It was deplorable.
I saw a lady, my tongue can't even say that word, y'all, because I stutter. So I'll just say it was real bad. If I try to say that word, she just said,
deplorable conditions.
Yeah, it was bad, y'all. And because I knew most of y'all weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it, and we'll get to that later, but I got a lot of pictures of it, videos and all of that, because I knew one day it was going to be new people just like y'all that say, Derrick, man, it could have been that bad. Yes, it was. Now, normally it take me 2 hours to tell this story. I'm going to end this whole story in about 55 seconds.
Let's go. Timing.
Per social worker, making 28 grand a year. God showed somebody living my dream, making 41 grand a month. And I said, why not me? Can 10 of y'all type in the chat, why not me? Then I snuck to all of these houses because nobody would teach me. I took a Saturday, y'all. I said, man, I'm going to just go see myself. Nobody want to teach me. They don't want to show me. I said, why not me? Gigi said, why not me?
That's right.
Y'all, and when I opened that door and saw the deplorable, I think I said it, conditions.
Deplorable conditions.
I was like, oh my God. And then one thing that the girl, I keep saying girl, the lady showed me, y'all, she took out her phone one day. She said, Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this, bro, but let me show you what I make doing it. Y'all, I have no clue why she did that to me. She put doop, 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 doop. And y'all, I'll never forget it. It was a Chase Bank app.
Yeah.
That woman showed me 41 grand a month or more every month. She just kept scrolling and scrolling. And I said to myself, the lady that's housing people in rats and roaches, she make 41 grand a month, and I make 28 grand a year trying to feed my family. Boy, how is this fair? So needless to say, I said, I got to get in this. Now, as I end this story, y'all, I made a bunch of mistakes. I made the Channel 8 news. I myself went through a lawsuit, not because I was a bad guy. I just didn't know what the heck I was doing.
A lot. And Derrick,
I didn't know what I was doing.
And you were wide open, right? What people don't realize is this area of expertise can be very full of liability, right? You have a sister that's an insurance agent with her name on the building, literally. And she told Derrick, like, this is great. What you're doing is amazing, but you are wide open for liability. And honestly, Derrick heard it, but didn't hear it.
Y'all, I was doing that thing that most of y'all say. I was trying to get it. I was hustling. I was trying to build this thing. Yeah. But dummy me, Derrick, how you gonna build a business, bro? You ain't got no insurance, no LLC. Guys, I was just trying to leave my job like most of y'all, but I did it the wrong way. Now, again, I'm trying not to make this 2 hours because I can, trust me. I'm trying to end it to just answer more questions. But just for my new people that say, well, Derrick, where you got this from? I was a social worker.
Correct.
I give y'all the same coaching to go find the Derrick in your city. Now, I don't do this no more on the 9-to-5 side. I'm a social worker at heart always. But I don't go to a building no more. So I was the guy that I teach y'all to go find. My title, my name tag said Discharge Planner, Mr. Derrick Forston.
Say it again.
Discharge Planner, Mr. Derrick Forston.
Well, the person in the back and the one that's throwing all them hearts on TikTok.
Man, I was the Discharge Planner. And because I didn't have a degree, I didn't have the master's degree, my job didn't allow me to use the word social work. It's a whole political thing. At that place, I couldn't be called a social worker because I only had a bachelor. Thank God Shay tricked me to go to school. That's part of my story too. I wasn't going to no college. Not that I want y'all to go either, but Shay said, Derrick, you got to do something with your life, bro. I said, well, Shay, I like helping people. She drove me to a school and I was signed up in 10 minutes. I got in the car, I said, wait a minute, Shay, did that lady say I start school next Thursday? 4 years later, because of a great wife, I walk across the stage in Jacksonville, Florida. Ooh, see how this come back all around? Oh my goodness. Y'all ain't listening. I said that on the trip the other day. Shay, you weren't listening. Look how this come all back around. Why you think that we going to Jacksonville, Florida, November 1st?
Wow.
This young lady, he that findeth the wife, findeth the, somebody finish that in the chat. Let me see if I'm among the right people. He that findeth a wife, findeth the, and I'm going to just stop right there and tell my story. Because of Shay, I went to school, y'all. That wasn't my plan. That was God's plan. He just used this gem of mine, Miss Nisi, and tricked me, so to speak. And I say that jokingly. And I graduated with what I'm going to call a human services degree. And God gave me a job. But watch this. Dummy me, I stayed on that job for 9 years before the light bulb came on, Nikki. Nikki, I said, what am I doing? Derrick, you doing the job of what you really want to do on the outside. And then that's when God let me see that lady that was doing this, y'all, making 41. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat, if you made 41 grand a month, them young people call it 41 bands. If you make 41 bands a month, will that change your life a little bit? Oh, come on, TikTok family. TikTok, if y'all make 41 grand every 30 days of your life, will that change your life a little bit? And y'all, I dreamed to have made the kind of money that my wife used to make in corporate America. Now, Shay wasn't like me. They had to trick me to go to school. Shay had more degrees than a thermometer. So my wife was very educated with great jobs. Miss Mary said, absolutely. Sean said, absolutely. Tia said, absolutely. Mr. Willis said, definitely. Y'all, that girl showed me 41 grand, but when I matched that 41 grand to the rats and roaches, I said, oh my God, this is not how we gonna do this. So I'm gonna end this story. I said, the devil is a liar, and I pray to ask God to change my life financially and allow me to help people, but I do it in the conditions that I saw. Now, as soon as Shay start talking, I'm going to actually grab my thing and I'm going to show y'all pictures because I knew most of y'all weren't going to believe me when I told this story. So I took pictures of it. Yeah. So as I'm wrapping it up, all we do is take a regular residential property. Because that girl, y'all, she told me, she said, Derrick, you think I own these properties? I said, yeah. She said, no, I don't.
What
and y'all, that was the biggest cheat code to me. I thought she owned these places. I thought you had to have a license. I thought I had to buy the dadgum property. She said, Derrick, you think I own these places? I said, yeah. She says, no, I rent these places. In my mind, I said, game over. With my poor self back then, with no money, no credit, I said, game over.
You weren't poor.
Compared to the day I was really poor. I'm just being real. Listen, I made 28 grand a year, Derrick, 800 bucks every 2 weeks taxed, barely feed my family. I wasn't doing so great.
In between blessings, you weren't poor.
Now, see, that's what Shay is for. She gonna clean it up, y'all. But,
you were not poor.
Y'all that really know what I meant, y'all, I wasn't doing so well in life. It was tough. I'm not the sugarcoater. Back to my story. And again, I just said in my mind, why not me?
Yeah.
This girl housing people in roaches, and she made 41 grand a month doing it. So we take the love of God, real estate, and we mesh it all together. We combine with social workers and case managers, and that's called our funnel system. Yeah. So y'all say, Derrick, where you getting all these people from? First of all, 90% of them come from social media. Just like y'all found me today running my big mouth, this is how we get our tenants. But we aim it towards social workers. Okay, I bet you 10 of y'all in here right now are social workers. Put in the chat right now if you were me 9 years ago. Yeah. Type social worker or case manager or social services if you've worked in my field at any point in your life and you've dreamed of doing this.
Yeah. Or in the nurse.
As I give it to Shay, we take a 4-bed, 2-bath home. I'm going to put 8 people in it and take it from homeless to hopeful.
Correct.
The social workers and case managers, the Salvation Army, the Goodwill, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Lemonade, YouTube is where I'm going to find all my people from, which are social workers, case managers, military veterans. I got a psych nurse. I work with people like you all the time, Miss Jules. Like that was my life at a treatment table every day with psych nurses. My doctor, big shout out to Dr. Spicer, the best psych doctor in the nation, if you let me tell it. I sat under him for 9 years. It was like me having the degree in medicine. But I'm done. Regular residential property, and we rent it or we lease it. You ain't got to buy this place. How was I going to buy a place, y'all, at 28 grand a year? And this one had a great job, but God allowed me to snatch my wife from corporate America, and she founded a nonprofit organization. Shay, talk to the people. I'm done.
Funny, and I'll actually show the video.
And I'm gonna show pictures now.
No, I'm gonna have the team put together the video because I want people to see the day I walked off my job. I actually had a video, and it popped up the other night, and I was like, oh my God. Guys, I was so little. I was probably 20 pounds. The amount of stress, and I went back and I was showing one of my residents this today, some of the things that I had the ability to do, and it was amazing. But the stress, I wore it, right? The heaviness, I wore it. I even looked at the conferences we did while I was still in corporate America, and I was little. Oh my God, I was so small. But I looked back at those videos, and I was just like, wow, like, compared to then and where I'm at now, it's just a complete turnaround, right? And it was just exciting to look back and see that stuff. But ultimately, like I said, Derrick, doing this from a nonprofit standpoint, as a nonprofit organization, it just gives me the ability to leverage community partnerships, right? It gives me I have a little bit more meat in the game, I should say.
What made you go nonprofit, Shay? Tell the people that. There's a lot of new people here, and there's over 117 people on TikTok.
Why I went nonprofit and TikTok, I am so sorry. I am not there.
Tell them where you're at, too, on YouTube.
I'm going to jump in the chat on TikTok so you guys can see my account.
And tell them where you're at.
Angela Denise Foundation. That's my TikTok handle. But why did I
come to Forston Consultants TikTok? Because Shay is going to tell her nonprofit story.
Let me log into TikTok.
And then while Shay is doing that, can I get 10 people to say, Derrick, I'm new to you. Can you show me some of those really bad, crazy pictures that you just talked about? And then my TikTok people, y'all come over from TikTok to YouTube Now, stay on TikTok if you can, but I'm getting ready to show a lot of nasty pictures where I saw that lady housing people and rats and roaches making 41 grand doing it.
Yeah.
And then Shay is going to show you guys how she took this model after she left corporate America. Shay had a great job. I dreamed to have made the money she was making, but how good is God that I pulled her from corporate America because I needed some help.
That was amazing.
This thing was getting so big, so fast. I said, Shay, I need your help, girl.
It was
Let's
cool.
go.
So the biggest, like, what was I answering again? You just messed me up.
Again, like, why did you go nonprofit? How you got started?
Sorry. The reason
I told my story.
The reason why I went nonprofit is because I saw a bigger impact that can be made through the ILF model. When I started seeing what Derrick was doing and encountering the people that he was helping, because I had no clue. When I say I was green, I mean, I was lime loud green, okay? Had no clue. Worked in healthcare, was not a part of the social work, that aspect of healthcare. Was more surgical and stuff like that. But man, when he started doing this, it was one year he had a house full of young women. They were very young. And I said, man, I want to do something super cool for these ladies. And I got together some friends. One person was a family member of Derrick's, his cousin. She loves makeup, so she did makeup. I have a friend that's a nail tech. She did nails. And I was like, listen, I want to do something for these young women. And we held the first spa day for second chance housing. And after that day, when Derrick and I started talking about me leaving corporate America to do this, that thing hit me. That spa day. And I said, you know what? I don't want to do this from a for-profit standpoint. You already have an LLC. Let's look at how we can, weigh the scales on this one. How can we balance the scales on this and go from a nonprofit standpoint? And what else extra can I add to the ILF association as we're building that out? What can this nonprofit do to benefit all of the people that are underneath the umbrella of Forston Consultants? And how can we expand that? So that was my idea for the nonprofit, right? Being able to go bigger and larger. So prime example, our Thanksgiving campaign. All of the local ILFs, they submit documents to me in regards to like how many people, where they're located. And those owners get meals for their ILFs. And that's through the Angela Denise Foundation. Like right now, thank you to Walmart. Walmart has already sponsored $3,000 worth of meals for Thanksgiving. So we're already rolling with those things that we can do. And that's some of the reasons why I did this. So that it's not just selfish to, the Angela Denise Foundation or Second Chance Housing. We've got the Clarissa Project. We've got all of these different other housing programs local to us that we can now be able to assist or help facilitate some form of assistance between their residents, the people they house, and funding possibly, or even, supplies, etc. So that's the reason why I went nonprofit. And yeah, that's it.
Type in the chat as Shay continues, because I got more questions for her. Type in the chat with doing something like this. Do you desire to go nonprofit or for profit?
Yeah,
let's be super interactive, both on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook and Chatter and Clubhouse. If you rather be a nonprofit, type that in the chat. But if you say, Derrick, I want to kind of do how you do it, bro. I want to be like for profit.
Yeah.
And they're pouring in, Shay, right? So a lot of nonprofits. Shay, can you also talk about the Know Before You Go course, but just still dive deeper? Because I got more questions for you.
A lot of people want to take the route of going nonprofit, and it's a journey, right? And I tell people all the time, I had a conversation with a young lady, Derrick, with Miss Cynthia on Friday night. And she started a nonprofit around the same time or a little bit after me, and she's feeling stuck. So I'm actually going to meet with her and kind of dive in from a coach standpoint and kind of help her navigate this space. But that's why I put together the Know Before You Go nonprofit course, right? And to get that course, you can text NPO to the number that's pinned in TikTok and to the number that's scrolling down the bottom of the screen on YouTube, and you can get access to that course. all proceeds for that course go right back into the Angela Denise Foundation. And those funds are going to be attributed or connected to the Thanksgiving outreach. So any outreach that we're doing, those funds go right back into the Angela Denise Foundation. Guess what? You do get a donation certificate for purchasing the Know Before You Go course, because that is a donation into a 501c3 that this is, hey, you can file it on your taxes, right? But again, the Know Before You Go course, Derrick, is super important because you want to have an idea of what is necessary to start in the journey before you even start. If you're in that position of saying, dang, I started this thing, I have the organization, the articles of incorporation, but I don't have my 501c3 yet. I'm kind of topsy-turvy on the process. I really don't understand the mechanics of it. The reason why I did this course is because I've heard a lot of chatter. I've experienced a lot of other nonprofits not even making it to year 2. The Angela Denise Foundation has officially become 5 years old. So we've made the right. That is the
congratulations, Shay. Can 10 of y'all put in the chat? Congratulations, Shay.
Yeah, the Angela Denise Foundation has passed the hurdle.
That's good stuff, Shay.
And we're now at that 5-year mark. And a lot of people don't even make it past the 2nd year, right? People, I've heard stories about their taxes being filed incorrectly, having, almost losing their 501c3, information, losing their designation as 501c3 because of incomplete 990s or not, are not adequately fundraising or not knowing the things you need to know, the intricacies of this space. This space is very unique. It is very intricate, and you can get in a lot of trouble if you do not know before you go, right? So that. Prime example, fundraising is a lot. We talk about fundraising. I talk about grant writers. Derrick knows that my organization and myself has been named as a a victim to somebody that deemed themselves to be a grant writer who's now facing federal time. They're facing federal time, and this case is going on, and I'm named as a victim in this case because people are out there trying to cheat you of your money, talking about they can get you grants. Grants are not guaranteed. And I want everybody to hear that. TikTok family, if
somebody guarantees a grant, should they run?
Somebody guarantees you a grant, run so far away that is not even funny. And these are the things that are in the Know Before You Go course. With that course, my team is setting it up to where you do get a complimentary 1-hour call that can be broken up into 2 30-minute calls with me so we can discuss your plan. You can ask me questions. And again, it's an amazing course. I have my nonprofit bestie on this course with me. So we have a bonus, but he's the bonus, right? And that is my 25-year-old grant writer from the Philippines. He is amazing. He is a phenom. And these are the ways we show you how to get grant funding and also how to prepare yourself that you're ready for grant funding. A lot of people think you just write a grant. People don't realize that you have to have, it's just a lot you have to have involved. That's why I have an accountant on staff. Well, not on staff, is a part of my board. So she's treasurer and accountant. So she makes sure that all budgets are adequate and accurate. She's making sure that we're monitoring the funds as they come into the nonprofit and they are being utilized and distributed the way that they are have been described to be used. So there's a lot of things that you have to have in play when you want to go nonprofit. It is not impossible, but I tell anybody this is a marathon, not a sprint. If you get into the nonprofit space and want to get to the finish line in less than 3 seconds, you've already just X yourself out because you're going to get burnt out. You're going to find it very difficult. It is a competitive space, depending on your niche market. It's just going to be a lot that you have to know. So know before you go. You can get that course by texting the letters as in non, P as in profit, O as an organization, to 407-326-0086. And all proceeds do go towards one of our campaigns. And this campaign upcoming is going to be Thanksgiving meals for those that are in need. If you are interested in sponsoring several families or sponsoring meals or just want to donate towards meals, you can visit the Angela Denise Foundation.org. Again, that is Angela, Angela Denise Foundation.org, and become a sponsor or a partner. So Derrick, I mean, that's a lot. I know I gave y'all a lot, but
did you guys appreciate that little mini mastermind that Shay just gave you all? Because that's what I'm also excited about. Usually when we do these events, we don't allow Shay to go so deep on the nonprofit, but this event, Jacksonville, Florida, November the 1st, Shay has actually got a whole spiel that she's going to go into because quite frankly, y'all, a lot of y'all don't know this, but this event is actually at a church. Right. Correct. So we're going to be revealing the pastor and the church probably on, I'm going to save that for probably Saturday's room. So we'll see you guys every day of the week at 7 p.m. Eastern right here. Every Saturday is always at 10 a.m. Eastern. So I'm not leaving yet, even though Shay and I went past our 30 minutes. I just wanted to tell you that again, we're going to release the pastor and the church of where it's going to be. And big shout out to Tiffany Richardson, who we're featuring this time for this event.
And onward. I said it right?
Onward and upward, I think.
Upward,
you sure?
Upward.
And onward.
Onward.
She gonna get us.
She gonna fuss with us.
Tiffany Richardson is being featured because this whole event, guys, is called the ILF Anywhere Tour. That means that no matter the zip code, no matter where you live, this works in all 50 states. And very simple. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. And I'm not asking you to be an evangelist, a pastor, or a priest. But if you do love God, it just makes it easy because of the people that we're dealing with are on the fringes of life sometimes, right? We're dealing with the homeless, the houseless, women that are escaping domestic violence, teenagers aging from the foster care system, elderly adults, military veterans. So it all just depends on what is your community dictating what the need is. Now, I'll be honest, here's some great coaching. You also got to know yourself. Prime example, I know that my life and my patience level isn't set up for the teenagers aging from the foster care system.
Our day-to-day.
That's not where my heart is. That's not my life. Actually wouldn't be able to handle it because of what I do. But watch this, lucky me. My favorite is the military veteran, the elderly adults, the working individual. And guess what my community screams for? Not because Derrick just want to house them people. My community screams for the elderly adult. They scream for the military veterans that have been forgotten about. So God kind of matched my skill set and what he put on my heart to what my community needs. So what my coaching tells you is this, kind of go into it wide open. Kind of not be like Derrick and say, whatever. But again, if you know yourself, you would do, prime example, I always say this, let me slow it down. If you know yourself and you don't have patience, you're very busy, all your kids in sports, you got 3 jobs and 2 entrepreneurship endeavors, and you involved at your church. You can't serve teenagers aging from the foster care system because even though they're adults, because the way they were raised, because how they were mistreated, either through drugs or abuse, they need a lot of hand-holding, a lot of cuddling. And if your lifestyle too busy, you would actually do that population more of a disservice by trying to serve them. So good job of you of knowing yourself and you don't serve them. And a lot of y'all saying so true and exactly. Thank y'all. You will be doing more of a disservice. So I'll admit y'all, my life is real busy.
I'll say this. I'll say this because you made a very
TikTok is all over. Like they super agree.
Be super mindful of that. And I want to circle back to what you said: the coddling, the nurturing, the more implementation, right? And this is why I tell people that have nonprofit organizations, this is the best. Like I think this is the market, the niche for the young adults, because now you can get people that will volunteer their time, but make sure you're doing significant background checks, that can do these things and provide their services into your nonprofit organization to help benefit the individuals that you're housing. So prime example of my mentor deals with youth, right? So my mentor deals with youth, but he's encompassed a whole heap of services around them. They've come with their own services from, there's different programs out there for the youth that have aged out, that, give them wraparound services and other assistance. But there is still someone that's living on the premises. So there's like 2 sets of house parents that stay on premises at all times. So that way they have that daily help with navigating the in-home life. So learning how to cook. They're learning how to make sure that they're doing their laundry. They're learning how to apply for jobs. They're learning how to do this. Like they're learning all of these skills. But the fact is there's someone living in the house to help them do so. So I wanted to give just an idea of what someone can do that has thought about doing this, but make sure you're choosing the right people to assist you in this endeavor. If it's going to be you, make sure that you find time to kind of relieve yourself from that role, because that's a heavy daily necessity that is going to be that needs to be placed in these young people's lives. So I just wanted to piggyback off that, because a lot of people want to do that, and that is that's their heart. And I want to give them some tips on how they can make that happen. If you do it from a nonprofit perspective, it's a lot easier. You're going to get a lot more support in regards to services and different things that you can attach yourself to, in regards to being able to help that population type. So I just wanted to answer that.
And Shay, I got a question for you. As I continue to show some of my newer people that just came on, the Ryan family, you guys said, Derrick, can you show those bad pictures again? Because my family just walked in the room and I wanted to show them. Question for you, Shay. Shay, you always had a heart to give back to people. It came from your mom. How does a nonprofit allow you to now give back to people with these massages and the hair days and the food being catered to the women? How does the nonprofit allow you to do this thing you've always dreamed to do, but it's different from you just driving to Walmart or KFC, grabbing a 10-piece and say, here y'all go.
Right. So
how does, talk to me about that.
So what I love about it is being able to write what I do is I write a program or a project. So prime example, our annual Women's Spa Day is a program that is done every year annually. It has a budget. It has a goal. It has a whole bunch of information that is written into it. Why is it important? How many women will we reach? What is the purpose? What will they gain from this? So all of those things are written into this program, right? And then what we do then is we petition different organizations and say, this is what we're doing. Would you either fund it financially or help fund it with something, right? It can be bottles of shampoo. It can be bottles of conditioner. It can be pads, tampons, like whatever they want to fund, they can provide, right? Then what I do is they get, of course, a receipt that says they donated X amount of dollars worth of in-kind items. But what I love about this, Derrick, is that so many people, when they hear what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and the population that I'm doing it for, they tend to give very quickly. So Walmart sponsored.
So for the new people, who do you serve?
I serve women.
Okay.
Women that have gone through all sorts of traumatic events, human sex trafficking, domestic abuse, severe mental, some severe mental.
Do you think it's because of these such severe things that why they're so quick to give to you?
Yes.
Is that a gem to give people, or like why do they give so fast to that?
Yes, but also when they go and see. So all of my giving is posted on my website. So they see that they're not the lone sponsor. Okay. Right. If you go to the Angela Denise Foundation, you'll see all things that have been given, all in-kind gifts and all grants that have been given annually. So every year, my virtual assistant goes into the website, and as new funders or new partners come into our organization, they're highlighted. Their logo is placed, their information's there. So other organizations see this and they're saying, oh, they're doing something here. They're doing something over here. Not only that, we show pictures. We're always posting about it. We're talking about it. I go live or I send videos to my team where I'm talking to people about why it's important. And there's a screen, a slideshow going on the side of me. And I'm saying the importance is they get to feel what it feels like to have a physical touch that is not abusive. They get to feel what it feels like. They get that opportunity to feel what a loving touch is like. They get to feel their stress melt away when they get a massage, right? They get to go from, never being able to. One of my ladies, I'm going to share this and then we'll move on. One of my ladies, if you encountered her, you would think she lived an alternative lifestyle. Right? You would have thought she was, LGBTQ lifestyle. But during the spa day, she sat in the chair to get her hair done. And she said to the beautician, she says, I just want to feel like a woman again. She said, I want this pixie cut. And I'm so used to having my hair short, but I always kept my hair cut like a butch. That's what and this is her words, not mine. She said, I always kept a butch haircut because if I carried myself a certain way, I would not be propositioned for sexual favors while I was out on the streets, or I was never molested or mishandled or anything like that because of the way she had to carry herself. Do you know this was the first time that she allowed someone to physically touch her in a way with massage,
right, that
she was just able to accept it and receive it as healthy touch.
That's good.
When she got her hair cut, if I'm gonna have to do the video, but I have to bleep out all the bleeps because her explanatives are
she
outrageous.
is hilarious. She is hilarious.
Derrick her boyfriend, just so y'all know, okay?
She is hilarious.
It's amazing to see. And these are the stories I share.
Yeah.
Like, prime example, we'll be going back to First Horizons Bank after Thanksgiving, and we're going to show them a compilation of these videos. We're going to show that executive team. We're going to package it so that their executive team can repurpose that packaging and find us some sponsors. They're going to find us different philanthropists that want to give and connect.
Yeah.
So this is how this works. Your mouth can never be closed in the space of a nonprofit organization. You've got to advocate for the people that you serve. So that is one of the reasons why people are so quick to provide funds. Like Walmart, again, thank you. Walmart literally funded the whole, we've had some other donors donate as well. So thank you to you all, because I'm telling you, y'all started this, right? You guys started to put money into that. Walmart may
thank
have
you all
not
so much. We really appreciate
so I want
that.
to say thank you. So Walmart paid the hairdresser. Walmart paid the massage therapist. Catering was provided by Olive Garden, which Walmart paid for, but yet I still plastered Olive Garden's information on the website because Olive Garden knew what they were doing and they did it with care. They came, they sat up, everything with the sternos, and it was just beautiful. So that is some of the things that you can do as a 501c3. And you can do a lot more. Just use your imagination, right? Use your imagination. What can you do to make people feel better? So again, I know that was a long rant, but I wanted to share that. But Derrick, there are a couple of questions in the chat that I want to go to before we go about the event, talk about the event.
Okay, so let's actually take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's going on, family? Please make sure that you watch our webinar, which is the first step to getting started. So just text the phrase "more info" MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Don't type it in the chat. Don't put it below. Text it to that phone number. That way you get that free webinar, but also it leads to a discovery call with me and my team to see how we can get you started. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, this is it. Show me anything else to where you can make such an impact in your community, serve God, but also make a bunch of money doing it. We don't hide that. We want to make a lot of money doing what this is so that we can extend our hand in the community and continue to be the answer to affordable housing. Text more info to 407-326-0086, and we'll see you on the other side of success. Let's get back to the show.
Right. So we
are back. So let's answer some questions and let's do it. Are you guys enjoying this information so far? I know that we're kind of fire hosing y'all, but that's why we want to invite y'all to Jacksonville, Florida, November the 1st. Shay, on you.
So the first question I want to touch is from Christina Knowlton White. She wants to know the difference between the nonprofit and the for-profit.
Okay.
So the nonprofit, I'll start there. Well, the for-profit, let's start for that. You can own your for-profit agency, right? You are the
wait. Are you going
for-profit? I said I'm gonna start at for-profit.
So let me go.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry,
I'm for-profit, right, bad. Y'all?
I was going to explain the difference.
Two of y'all type in the chat. Go, Derrick.
Go.
Because I like to jokingly say my way, and then she'll clean it up.
Right.
Profit.
Yeah.
Not nonprofit, meaning that LLC, S Corp, C Corp. LLC, and this is not legal or tax advice.
Right.
But an LLC for profit is quick, it's fast, and super affordable. There's no board, there's no meetings. I don't have to take minutes, and I control how I spend that money when it come in.
Yeah.
Shay does not control her money, and she don't own that nonprofit. I remember when I first heard it, I said, "What do you mean, Shay? We don't own it when we paid for it?"
You don't own a darn.
I actually bought Shay her nonprofit as a birthday gift, y'all. Yeah. But I heard her say one day on a live, "Hey guys, if you're a nonprofit, you own it." I almost swallowed my tongue. Can 10 of y'all be honest in the chat like me and say, "Derrick, bro, I didn't know that either"? What do you mean? Shay gonna tell you about it. I'm not gonna go there. Real quick, LLC, guys, it's fast, it's quick, it's easy. And you say it can control how the money is being spent or dispersed or how you advertise, all of that stuff. So I usually tell people, start with that and then build up to the nonprofit, because you can get the LLC tomorrow as you're building the nonprofit in the background.
I got a whole different.
Now, Shay gonna tell you different. So we gonna actually play sides tonight. So that was my spiel. Yeah. Shay gonna give her spiel. I want y'all to vote either A or B in terms of which way you gonna go. Shay?
So the difference between the nonprofit and the for-profit, Derrick said it. Nonprofits are more structured. We have that recognition from the IRS as being a tax exempt organization that can also accept donations, grants, and all that good stuff. Like Derrick said, I don't own my nonprofit. I founded it. I am the president.
What does that mean to the people that were like me?
Hold on, there is a legacy.
To me, you don't own it.
There is a legacy.
We paid for it.
Hush. There is a legacy transfer within my nonprofit, which means no outside board members can take ownership of our nonprofit, of the community's organization. It can be passed down through generations. So the fun fact about the board of directors is they are the ones that I have to. Okay, prime example. I have an aunt that's ill. And we had our first board meeting of the year, and we had a grant come in, and it was just for basic needs, right? It was like for whatever you need to fund the nonprofit or whatever your nonprofit wants to do.
There was no specific way you had to spend.
There was no specific span.
So there are grants like that.
So I was like, okay, cool. So I met with my board and I said, hey, this is a situation that my family is facing. I would like to be able to do this because this is my mom, Angela Denise Proctor's sister, that is ill. And I would love to be able to let the organization help provide X, Y, and Z. My board all was in the meeting. and none of them batted an eyelash, and they said, do it and do it monthly. So where I thought it was going to be just do it for the time being, that one time thing, they said no. So they exceeded my expectations and said, do it for this time frame, as long as the funds are available, go ahead and do it monthly. So prime example, I couldn't just take that money and say, well, this is what I'm doing with it. This is, hey, I run this thing. I'm the president. I'm the head honcho. I'm going to do what I say. No, it is articulated. It is noted in the minutes from that meeting that all members of the board agreed with that distribution of the Angela Denise Foundation's funds. Now, people ask, Shay, well, do you get paid from your nonprofit? I'm supposed to get paid this year from my nonprofit, but I haven't submitted none of the paperwork. I have not. It's not necessary for me right now, right? I've got other businesses. Yes, I do the day-to-day of the Angela Denise Foundation. The board keeps saying, hey, you need to take a check. You need to take a payment. You need to take payment. But right now, I want to see it continue to grow. So I don't. But if I need gas or if I'm doing something for the nonprofit, I write it in and let them know what's going on, and they know. I do have that approval. But ultimately, I can't go willy-nilly with anything. I take it before the board so that way we can have we can have conversations. I can have direction on, where things need to go, how it needs to be. But now that's the biggest difference is allocation and distribution of funds. Okay. It has to be done in accordance and it has to be documented. Okay. Because one, you're dealing with grants, which is other people's money that they're issuing into your organization for you to meet a need that you've stated in your grant application. So 2, I see a few people in here saying, I want to start with a for-profit LLC.
Yeah. So with all of that being said, now, would you rather be kind of how I started?
Wait, I'm not finished though. Don't do that yet.
Oh, she's still going?
I'm still going. So hold on.
Really?
So the reason why let me cook. Let me cook.
Let it cook, y'all.
Anyway, the reason here's what I'm saying.
Oh, I love it. I love
gonna say start a for-profit first and then go nonprofit. Don't do it. Because if you want to merge the two, a for-profit cannot have a nonprofit arm. They have to be two completely different entities. A nonprofit can have a for-profit arm. But what?
But what if they got
you can build them at the same time.
But what if they got a boo thing like I got, a wife, and say, well, I got an LLC. Well, honey, why don't you start a nonprofit?
That's different. That's completely different.
Or why? Or just I want to just play the other side of it. Why can't I get an LLC now, start it, and then build the nonprofit? Then when it's up and running, kind of have them
because I'm going to tell people this.
Kind of working together to one render services, one pick up rent.
I'm going to tell people this. Start it. If you're going to do it, start it now because it takes 5 years of seasoning. What a lot of people don't realize, if you're not filing 990s on an annual basis, whether you have $5, $2, $10, $7, if you're funding your nonprofit, because that's rule number 1.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to fund something that you don't want to fund yourself.
Watch this, y'all, because that's not my game, but I've heard her talk about it. I was talking to a lady the other day on a discovery call, which I give all of y'all for free. You just watch our webinar, I'll give you a call for free. And I asked the lady, Shay, because she made, I got a nonprofit. I said, well, ma'am, have you been filling out those 990s? Sounded like I know what I'm talking about. She said, no. What's that? I said, oh, yeah, ma'am, you got to talk to my wife, because if you don't know what that is, you're not even a nonprofit, really.
You are, but you ain't doing what you need to do.
So if she fill out her 990, is she still legal?
No. Yes, it's like a tax return. So a 990 for me is a
Can you not do it and still do business?
You can.
Really?
You can.
See, y'all.
Listen,
I told y'all that ain't my game.
Hold on.
Jacksonville, Florida, November 1st. She gonna drop a lot of this.
The reason why I'm gonna stop you there though is because if she's not filing, and let's say somebody's donating to her on a regular basis, and the IRS sees that this person is constantly putting this organization on their tax return, and they go to search that organization and they don't see a 990, they're going to say, well, wait a minute. Did you really give this company? Because it's like a tax return.
Did y'all catch what a 990 was?
So it's like a tax return for us.
Okay.
But it's done in specific ways.
See how we learn together, y'all?
So it's funny.
That's my wife, and I don't know that game. So I just support it.
So let me tell you, if you don't support your nonprofit, you're doing yourself a disservice. So the reason why I say start both, if you have the money to do the articles, because you're gonna get your articles of incorporation for a nonprofit.
And that was my other reason. LLC, quick, fast,
and it's cheaper,
affordable. This thing costs a lot of money.
It's a lot of it's not inexpensive.
Then you got to build a board of people that most of y'all choose the wrong folks the first time. She gonna teach y'all that in Jacksonville.
So, you are such.
Shay, tell me where the lie is. That's what the young folks. That's what the young folks say now. Tell me where the lie is. Most of y'all, like her, I ain't gonna point fingers. Y'all gonna choose the wrong board members the first time, and you're gonna have to revamp that whole thing. She gonna teach you how you choose the right people the first time.
Yeah. But and if you don't,
I didn't want to go through none of that.
If you don't choose the right
people voting, how I can spend the money that's coming into me. Y'all, I'm just being real with y'all. Like most coaches wouldn't do this. We give y'all the real. Do y'all appreciate this?
You are crazy. But no, so again, start them both, right? The reason why is because a lot of people want to get into the nonprofit space for grant funds. Most people don't realize that your grant is not considered a viable entity until it's seen at least 3 to 5 years. Most funding partners are looking for your taxes. All of that stuff for the Angela Denise Foundation is public knowledge. You can go online, you can see my tax return, you can see all of my business for the Angela Denise Foundation. And that's what causes people to gain interest in your organization, because they're going to see who else is partnering with you, right? There's different platforms that my nonprofit is on. I've received a silver, and then I went gold seal for nonprofits. And it's an organization that literally ranks you based on the funding partners that you've had. Okay. So because I've been bank funded several times, I've now gotten the gold seal. And if I get bank funding again one more time, I can go to platinum. So it's showing that I have a lucrative relationship. I'm meeting these target milestones, and now it's like a database of nonprofits that philanthropists look at for like those big what's those funds, those people that just want to give money. They can come and just look at it and say, oh, I like what they're doing. Let's send them a check, or let's do this. So it's important to start, right? If you start your nonprofit, if you're saying it's something you want to do in the future, do it now, build it out, make sure your bylaws compensate for where you're going and where you are, so that people don't vote you off your board. That's a thing.
Shay saw somebody get voted off their own board
in Jacksonville.
Did y'all know that was possible, that you can get voted off your own board?
Yeah, so it's a lot of things that
Shay gonna help you to prevent that, but that was crazy.
Know before you go nonprofit.
You bought it, you thought of it, but then when you put the wrong people on it, like I told most of y'all gonna do it,
y'all don't understand.
They voted you off. They had a meeting without you.
And they had a meeting without, they had a meeting without the two most important people.
Y'all, I didn't want that.
Without the vice president and the president.
How do you do that?
Yeah, I wasn't even at the
Can 5 of y'all put in the chat OMG?
Yep.
Now, not being funny. Y'all know I laugh and I joke and I like to have a great time. But sometimes I like to be serious. Can you imagine paying $1,500, $2,000, $3,000 for your nonprofit?
Yeah.
You set it up. Thank you, Chrissy. Thank you, people. Like, can you imagine putting your hard-earned money into this thing, your ideas, your plans, the thing you claim God gave you? And the 4 knuckleheads you put on it because you thought your cousin should have been on it.
I need to see if that nonprofit.
You thought that girl that worked at your job, just because she said, "Oh, God, I always want." Shay gonna tell y'all how to choose these people.
Make sure, yeah.
And can you imagine they vote you off of your thing? I wouldn't even knew that was possible. Can 10 of y'all again? Because I just like to be transparent. Holy Shay. Can 10 of y'all be honest and say, Derrick, bro, I'm gonna be honest, dog. Like, I didn't know that. Yeah. Now, don't please 10 of y'all don't say, well, Derrick, yeah, I knew that, bro. Now, if you knew, great. But I love the just like when we're coaching something serious like this, did y'all know that you can start a nonprofit and somebody can vote you off your own thing?
They called a quorum. They called an emergency. So she had a quorum.
Oh Lord, y'all please tell me.
So the president of this nonprofit.
That happened to a friend of mine in Jacksonville, Florida.
Shut up.
And we coming to Jacksonville.
I need to see you in Jacksonville, whoever that is.
Lord.
So let me tell you what people.
Go ahead, Shay, because that blow me every time you mention that.
I tell people. So it's very easy to find your bylaws. There's a book that you get when you that you can
I got
purchase,
you, Tia. I got you, Tia.
Can purchase. Right. Thank you, Tia. There's a book that you can purchase that pretty much gives you the guidelines for everything when you go through the process of the 501c3, writing your bylaws, doing all this stuff. I tell people all the time, don't just use a template. If you're going to use a template, get the template, but pay an attorney to review it and have them add clause that cover you as the founder, the one that came up with the idea, the one that implemented the most skin in the game for the nonprofit organization. So that way you can, one, make sure that it's a legacy transition, meaning that it does not go outside of family sitting in the seat of president. That's a thing. You can also maintain control. There's a lot of things that you can write into your bylaws. Now, they may hurt you in some ways, right? Depending on how large your nonprofit gets, you may want to go back to the drawing board and modify those bylaws. But at the same time, you want to, as you're building this thing, you want to add those things in it, those clauses that protect your legacy or the legacy of this foundation. I laugh at the situation because I can actually see the night that I got that phone call. It was actually a Sunday afternoon. And the young lady called and she says, "Hey, did you attend a quorum for my nonprofit?" And I was like, "No." She said, "Nobody reached out to you?" I was like, "Mm-mm." She said, "Are you sure?" I said, "No, I'm serious. I'm talking to you right now." She said, "You won't believe what happened." I said, "What?" She said, "I just got a letter from the board." And I said, "A letter?" She said, "No, an email, email with a read receipt that said that by voted by majority count."
Tia, I'm finna lose it, Tia. I'm telling you right now, I'm finna lose it, Tia.
"You have been voted out of the seat of president due to inactivity," and they listed a whole bunch of reasons.
And this woman built that.
She paid for the entity.
This woman bought this thing herself.
Entity. She did everything herself. These were two Johnny come latelys.
Did anybody put in chat that they didn't know this like me? Or all y'all smarter than me and y'all knew that?
When she called me,
I didn't know that.
When she called me, I immediately went to my documents. Okay,
man, this is wild.
I went to my bylaws. I immediately went to my bylaws and I read through them line for line.
Y'all see the tears in my eyes? I got tears in my eyes.
I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I got it. And I immediately changed everything. I resubmitted everything. I had an attorney look at it and I was like, "This is foolishness. Like, this is wild." But yes, that is the thing.
Lord.
But just know that it's fulfilling. Nonprofits are fulfilling. They could be messy. That's why you got to choose not to put messy people on your board. And have your bylaws that are secure. Like, have your bylaws secure.
And she'll be going over what bylaws are, why you need them, what they sound like, and how you should create them. Right? Don't just slap something together because you're trying to get started.
And do it quick.
Right.
Yeah.
So
don't do that.
Again, y'all be careful. We also apologize for going over our time tonight, man. And you guys must be enjoying it because you're hanging around. But we promised to go 30 minutes and we always go over. So I just want to apologize first of all, and then I don't know how many more questions Shay will take. But I do want to say this real quick again, guys. Make sure that you join the our free Facebook group. And that's a free Facebook group, guys. It's called the ILF Academy. Probably over 90 to 98 people, 95 people are joining that group a day. So a lot of people are just helping each other. There's a lot of great stuff going on in there. We were learning and we're growing together. Scholarships go down in there. Grants go down in there. So if you're interested in our one-on-one coaching, that's called the ILF Mastery Blueprint. or if you're interested in our DIY, a lot of people get that and do really well. And guys, remember, right? If you're new to us, we don't sell products and coaching and websites. We sell transformation, actually. So when you're ready to change your life, that's where we're selling. All the products and ebooks and stuff that I do give you, consider it complimentary. But what you're paying for is for God and I and this woman here to change your life, whether you choose to go nonprofit or for-profit. And lucky for most of y'all, we're business coaches too. So we don't care what you do. If you own an ice cream shop, a massage parlor, or a daycare, don't matter to us. We coach business. Yeah. We just happen to specialize in real estate and especially the shared housing model. So definitely check out forstonconsultants.com on our website. Also check out ILFconsulting.org. That's for the next live event and the last one of this year. November the 1st, Jacksonville, Florida. And it's 2 ways to go check out the info. Text the word city, CITY, to the phone number 407-326-0086. Now, if you come over to YouTube, that number's all on the screen. TikTok, I can't keep repeating it because they'll kick me off of here thinking that I'm giving away y'all phone number. So one more time, go to ILFconsulting.org. Correct. You can get your tickets and information there, or you can text the word city to that phone number. Miss Shay, back on you.
So 2 more questions, and then we've got to go.
I'm going to go feed you, Shay.
Sean Sav says they're new. I have everything set up. What would you recommend? Hey, you took away my question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shay.
Literally.
I didn't mean to do that.
Bite his fingers, y'all.
Shay, I apologize.
Say you're sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sing it.
Shay, I'm sorry. So sorry.
All right, stop. Okay.
No, I'm starting now. Shay, I'm sorry for all the times I took away your sign.
Stop. This is called
no, not being funny. She's really the songbird. Shay's got music out. She's studio. She writes music. I love to sing, but I can't sing a lick. Shay's actually the real songbird. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. So
go check out Sent from Heaven on iTunes and wherever you get music. Sent from Heaven. Really easy. By Shanye Shay Forston.
YASHA.
Really hard to spell and say. Go ahead.
Yep. So question number 2. They're new. They said, I have everything set up. Would you recommend reaching out for clients first or getting the property?
Always build your funnel first. I would hate for you to go and get a property and be paying that rent from your pocket. So I'm not in a rush for you to go and grab a house when we haven't built relationship. So just like today, I'm wearing a branded shirt by VA 101. That's our virtual assisting staffing agency in the Philippines. I want you to get a branded shirt. So everywhere that you go, that you're a walking billboard. We really believe in that. Shay's got a branded shirt. So everywhere we'll go, we're walking billboards. Yep. But social media, and watch this. Here's some free coaching. We super believe in social media. 90 to 95% of every tenant we get, and I had to move in today.
Yeah, you did.
Guys, they come from social media. Some social worker, case manager is scrolling on TikTok and Instagram, and they're running to me, running my big mouth, talking about affordable housing.
Yeah.
And I got a VA team that posts content every day, all day. So when that social worker eating his cheese sandwich on his lunch break, and he running to me, said, oh my God, my boss on my back by all these discharges, and I ain't really figured out their housing yet. And here go this place called Second Chance Housing. Yeah. Here this place called the Angela Denise Foundation that houses women. Let me give these folks a call.
Correct. Yeah.
And that leads to my team, because years ago, it was always me answering the phone. Today, we built it to a team where I got VAs that do all of that stuff. And lucky for y'all, in your coaching, I give y'all a VA. My team builds your website. We build your CRM system. So hopefully I answered that question, I think.
Answered it right on top. Right.
Yeah.
Last question from Miss Willie. It was Miss Willie.
Oh, okay. Miss Willie, I'm sorry.
She's asking about the nonprofit. Does it have to be a foundation? No. You've got City Serve. You've got Second Harvest Food Bank. You've got all of these 501c3.
Meaning, does she have to be a foundation?
It does not have to be foundation.
Oh, okay.
No, it can be.
No, you don't. You can be an LLC.
I could have went Angela Denise Inc. I could have done
Angela Denise Solutions.
It can be whatever
Angela Denise.
Right.
Landscaping.
Not landscaping.
You cutting grass now?
No.
Okay.
But anyway, guys, those are the questions. So I hope we answered. So no, it does not have to have the word foundation in it. Go online and look up ask ChatGPT to give you the most the most famous, the most recognized nonprofit organizations in the United States. Give me the top 20 and see what their names look like. See how they end them. See how they start them. See what they say.
And also, here's some great coaching too, right? Don't be like me 9 years ago and use the word housing in your name. I'm gonna start saying that probably every show that I come on, because a lot of you guys do that wrong, like me. My program's name is called Second Chance Housing. Don't do that. Now, lucky for me, I'm so established now that it don't matter. But you starting brand new, and can 5 of y'all put it in the chat? Because Toya, I want everybody to know what I just said, because I don't want y'all to be unbankable. Now watch this. The social worker and the case manager could care less what you call this thing. This isn't for them. But when you want to be bankable at the bank, guys, the bank hates real estate. So we don't use the words real estate in what we do now. So let me give you some suggestions, and y'all can write these down, and 10 of y'all can put them in the chat.
Yeah.
You can either end your name very generic, like the Angela Denise. Just stop right there. Or what about solutions?
It could have been Angela Denise.
Enterprise.
Yeah.
Foundation. Initiative. So what I'm saying is, guys, my name should have been Second Chance Solutions, Second Chance Enterprise, Second Chance Foundation, Second Chance Initiative, Second Chance. Zip my mouth. Dummy me, I didn't know no better. I said, well, I want everybody to know what this is, so I'm gonna call it housing. That was dumb. I found out about a year later. So when you know better, you do better. Instead of getting a $1,000 business credit card, now they'll give me a $15,000 card. Guess why? Because the $1,000 card, they don't trust me because they know I'm in real estate. But if I'm solutions, consultants, initiative, collaborative, collective, foundation, I can go on and on and on, y'all. That's what you choose. And watch this. I don't care if you fry chicken or you own a daycare.
Yeah.
Be like Amazon says nothing about logistics and dropping off your package. That's also not a crazy good business that the bank loves, because it involves trucking, which the bank hates. So you can be generic. I got a business right now called Qualified Circle. I bet you none of y'all know what that business does.
Yeah.
See, because of the way it sounds. And I'll land my plane there, and that's some good coaching. Shay?
Who is this? Tony Reddick says, can it be his
Reddick Enterprise?
Absolutely.
Yes. And now, some people say, well, I don't want my name in it.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that. Reddick Enterprise, Reddick Solutions. Love it.
For Miss Willie, she said Life Center. So prime example, I'm going to give you that the list of 10 that came up for me for nonprofits. Feed in America, Good 360, St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital, United Way Worldwide, Direct Relief, the Salvation Army, Habitat for Humanity International, AmeriCares, Goodwill Industries International, Boys and Girls Club of America. None of them say foundation.
Exactly. Yeah.
So just like,
Shay, I've actually coached a few people in these last few weeks. They actually chose the ending of their name as foundation and their LLC.
Correct.
I think that is genius. To not be a nonprofit, but still use the ending of foundation because it sounds nonprofit.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
So real quick, before we need to go, let's talk about November 1st and how you can get tickets. So November 1st is the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn. We are being invited or hosted. I will say this is a different little way that we're doing it this time. We've been asked by an individual to come to his church and provide this experience for individuals to learn more about the ILF model. Not only do we do the ILF model, the ILF Anywhere Lunch and Learn, it is also a spotlight. where we're going to spotlight an ILF owner and operator in that area that is under our coaching. You're going to get to hear from them. You're going to hear their learned experience as they're now traversing the coaching and the ILF model, right? So it's not just Derrick and I talking. This is it can be a 2-day event. So day 1 is your VIP ticket. That is the afternoon, the lunch and learn with us, where we're doing Q&A, we're answering questions, we're giving you detailed information on how this process works, what it looks like. With that ticket, the HRA Business in a Box is a self-paced course that comes with any of our live events. We do not sell this product outside of an event. The HRA is the Housing Referral Agency. So it's teaching you the basics. It is teaching you the foundational aspect of starting and owning and operating an ILF.
And how to do what we do without having the house.
And how to get your phone ringing. The blessing about this is this also comes with the website. So we also provide you with the website, your business phone number, everything that our ILF family members get. You also get access to that in regards to the website build out, the CRM, the phone numbers, all of that stuff. The reason why we give the HRA Business in a Box is because we're showing you, hey, there is somebody here doing this.
Yep.
Go ahead and start testing the waters in this area. Get your phone ringing. You may not have a house, but she does.
Yep.
So we're not only giving you the information, we're giving you the access to a housing provider to start referring into, to start getting comfortable in the foundational aspect of the independent living facility model. And again, that's day 1. Day 2 is our elite ticket. The elite ticket comes with the second day, and that is a walkthrough of this particular person's independent living facility, where you get to engage with her, ask her questions at her property. You get to see the house, you get to walk through it, you get to encounter some of the residents, possibly if they're there. But this is an opportunity for you to go in and see it, right? A lot of people wonder, well, how you get perfectly, strangers that have never met one another living together in harmony and unity. Well, this is your opportunity to see that. So if you're interested in coming and learning with us, hanging out with Derrick and myself, learning more about how we do this from a nonprofit, for-profit, how you can get started, what does it take to get started, and let us help you put your feet in order and get to stepping, right? To start doing what this is that you want to do. Join us on November the 1st in Jacksonville, Florida at the ILF Anywhere Conference. You can get your tickets today at ilfconsulting.org. That's ILF Consulting.
Yep, and it's on the screen.
Consulting.org. You can also text the word city, CITY, to the number that is scrolling at the bottom of the screen there. And if you want to put it in TikTok, actually, I'll put it in TikTok, so that if they're interested as well in getting tickets, we would love to see your
and that
face
day
in
2 will be limited. So day
Correct.
1, you guys can, flood it, but day 2 is limited.
Correct.
Just because we want to make sure that we're super respectful, because this is a running ILF. People live in it. Right. But again, we call it POC, proof of concept, and we want you guys to see an actual running independent living facility. It's cool to talk about it, but boy, it's one thing to walk through one. And that one that happened in in South Carolina, just about a few months ago that we did, man, it was absolutely amazing. And everybody always says, Derrick, it was the tour that brought it all together to really make me understand it. And guys, don't forget that HRA Business in a Box, guys, that's a gym that teaches you guys how to do what we do without having the property. So guys, you don't need the property if you understand relationship. So that whole HRA stands for Housing Referral Agent. So we teach you how to take the same phone calls, drive the attention to you, and then when you answer the phone, because you ain't got your house yet, you refer to other people and you make a referral fee. Please tell me in the chat, Derrick, yes, I understand that, because sometimes that go over people's heads. Most of y'all want to get in this tomorrow, but most of y'all were just like me 9 years ago. You didn't have no house, and really you wasn't geared up to rent one or buy one yet. But if God has told you to get into this, that's why we developed the HRA, Housing Referral Agent.
Correct.
We teach you how to build that system to get the attention on you and your phone.
Yeah.
And when your phone ring, we're going to teach you how to take that call, do the assessment, and refer to people like Tiffany, who's already going to be in Jacksonville. So everybody that's coming to Jacksonville, we're going to give you a house to fill. And Tiffany will be glad to pay you.
Yeah.
Because she's working on house number 2 already.
Yeah. That's
because of this event.
That is so powerful.
So that's cool to me that not only do you get this ticket to the event, we're giving you a product that was $2,500 this time last year.
Yeah.
Guys, you get it complimentary just for coming. And watch this. Over, I think it was 12 people for the South Carolina event said, Derrick, I'll admit, bro, I can't make it, but I'm buying that ticket because I want that HRA business in the box. Because Derrick, I wanted it when it was $2,500 and I couldn't afford it. And you gonna let me get it for $197? So, guys, if Shay didn't say it, and I'm sure she did, but I'm going to repeat it.
Yeah.
The VIP ticket, guys, is only $197. That's day one. Come learn all the info and get started. Day 2 is $397 for the walkthrough and day 1. And the continual teaching on day 2. And, guys, again, with both tickets, we're giving you the HRA business in the box. And it was $2,500 this time last year. Which teaches you one more time, how do you house the homeless in the displaced and you ain't got no house yet? And that's bad English, but you know what I'm saying. You don't have a house, but how do you take a call and make a referral and you still make money from it? That's the HRA. Shay, I think we did a good job tonight. Y'all, did we do okay tonight after we promised 30 minutes and went an hour and 30?
That's sad. We love y'all.
Did we do okay, y'all? Did y'all enjoy this?
Come back tomorrow.
Type the word yes in the chat if y'all enjoyed this.
And come back tomorrow so we can dive into what we did today, because that was something we were going to talk about, but we didn't talk about it because, you know what I'm saying, we went down a whole another rabbit hole. But join us tomorrow. We'd love to see you.
I'm going to go feed my boo thing, y'all. She's hungry and so am I. Yeah, we worked hard today. And I know it's late and we shouldn't be eating after probably like 6:30ish. But we worked so hard we didn't eat. Like Shay fed us watermelon.
And sandwiches.
Oh, and just a note on watermelon, y'all, I'm a little biased now. I don't want any more red watermelon. My wife turned me on to this guy that lives near us. He just sits beside the road and sells these watermelon that are yellow and they're orange.
Yellow or orange.
Or orange.
Between the two.
Pick your color. Yeah. Now, if y'all know something I don't and they ain't good for me, let me know. But Lord have mercy, they good. And I ain't going back red. We love you guys like a fat kid loves cake. We'll see you guys every day of the week at 7 p.m. Eastern right here, every day of the week. But on Saturdays, it's 10 a.m.
I'm gonna get
Eastern,
my
right here.
A yellow belly.
Okay, so you guys be good. We wish y'all the absolute best. In fact, I'm gonna pray y'all out of here tonight. Father God, thank you so much for the seed that was sown today. Thank you for the ability of what you just gave Shay and I. God, and by your grace and by your Holy Spirit, can you bring back all of this information to these people so that they never forget it? And God, can you do for them what you did for Shay and I? But God, do it better. Do exceedingly and abundantly of all they can ever ask or think, according to the power that already worketh in them. God, you are no man that can lie. And God, again, like you don't have favoritisms. You did it for me. So God, one more time, give these people the mind of Christ. Give them an able body to do what you've called them to do. We say that procrastination is the arrogant assumption that God will give you more time for something he's already told you to do. God, let us not procrastinate. Let us not squander opportunities, because God, most of these people have been praying for something just like this. Yes. Thank you for allowing Shay and I to be able to share it and not be a crab in a bucket and hide it from people. God, thank you for the blessing that you've given Shay and I. Yes. God, you are so good to us. But God, I want you to do it for these people so that they'll see and taste your goodness. And God, we want to do it through real estate. So Father God, can you give us land and houses that we did not build? God, can you allow these people to be the change in their community for when it comes to affordable housing? Yes. And God will be ever so careful that we'll take no credit. In fact, right now, God, can we decrease so that you can increase in us? And God, we'll scream to the mountaintops that it was God that did it. Yes, well, God, we are nothing without you, but you said that we can do all things if you involved in it. So Father God, we believe in you today. We trust you. We understand you. We respect you. God, we reference you today. And ultimately, we say thank you for allowing us to merge with you in partnership. God, let's be partners. God, can you partner with these people? God, these people want to help folks and they want to get involved in real estate. God, we call that ministry. God, you said in your word that the poor and needy will always be among us. You said that if we do unto the least of thee, it's like you're doing it unto me. Yes. God, we want to do you a favor. And how cool is it that you've merged helping people and real estate, and we call it a ministry today. God, thank you for what you're going to do in the lives of these people. And again, we take no credit and we say thank you. Now unto him that is able to do exceedingly abundantly above all we can ever ask a thing, according to the power that worketh in us. God, we say thank you, and it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. 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 If you guys believe that prayer, say amen. Y'all be good. I'm out of here, and we'll see y'all next time.
Good night.
I hope you guys are enjoying the information. If you want more information just like this, what you're hearing now, make sure you text the phrase more info and don't put it in the chat. Text it to this phone number. Text more info, that's MOREINFO, to the phone number 407-326-0086. We're going to give you our complimentary webinar, and then that leads to a complimentary call with me and my team to talk about how fast can we get you started. Let's get back to the show.